Okay, guys. Haven't posted a video in a while. Excuse the background noise. It's just the dishwasher. But I wanted to post because I don't know. I feel like I'm in a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. So, I don't like complaining, but it's been a frustrating couple of weeks, months, something like that. So, we all know I am a very proud and outspoken type 1 diabetic. I put it on everything. T1D actress, diet badass, T1D pride, everything like that. It's not who I am, but it's who I want to be, because I remember when I was diagnosed, I didn't have anyone out there to look up to, that I could relate to, that was doing the same things I wanted to do and kind of facing the same struggles and, I guess, obstacles. Now, I've been in this situation, especially in the independent film world, where being cast for a role depended on whether or not I was willing to not wear my insulin pump. Now, if it's a dated piece like back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, totally get it, because my pump didn't exist back then, you know what I mean? But I could just hide it, I don't have to have it visibly seen, you know what I mean? So when I'm being asked to not wear my insulin pump in order to be considered for a role, or when a role that I am being considered for, making it all the way to the final rounds, and it comes down to, can we work with a type 1 diabetic actress? It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. And I don't like ever being in those situations, because let's say I never said anything about being a type 1 diabetic on an insulin pump and things like that. I got cast in something, and then I ended up getting sick during production. Those are grounds that I could be fired, because I withheld very important information from the company, and then being sick on set, not having anyone around who was well informed or prepared to take care of someone in such a situation. Yes, that would fall on me. But now I put it out there. I let the whole freaking world see that I'm a type 1. And now I'm still in the situation of damned if you do, damned if you don't, Now they're saying, well, we loved your performance and everything, but now we got to decide if we want to work with a type 1 diabetic. And it's frustrating. When I was diagnosed, I was angry. I was pissed off. I didn't understand it. I was doing wrestling, I was doing gymnastics, I was doing tennis, badminton, I was going bike riding every day, I was involved in dance, you know what I mean? And it was just like, why did I get this? Like, why are you giving this to me? Like, what the hell did I do? I mean, I was in the National Honor Society from grade school all the way through college. So it wasn't like I was slacking or doing anything wrong, and I felt like I was being punished. After some time, I learned that it wasn't a punishment. It's a testament to my strengths. You all read my story about when I did try to end it all. And yeah, that was probably the darkest moment I ever had. And it wasn't just due to diabetes. It was more due to everything else that was going on with it, family members being afraid to be around you because of the nerve damage, the inability to walk. I got all of it. And then later in life, getting hit with the multiple miscarriages due to diabetic complications and things like that. It's life, And when I woke up the next morning, I knew I had a reason for being here. I was never normal. God, you guys, if you knew me when I was younger, I was never a normal kid. And diabetes has just proven I'm still far from normal. But now it's like I'm fighting so much harder You know, I want to be an actress. I love it. I respect it. It is something that fills me. And I'm just now seeing a turn in the independent films where they're willing to work with someone who wears an insulin pump, and they're willing to portray it. They're willing to let it be seen. Pieces of David was one of the films that allowed me to do that. Little Things, their wardrobe was intentionally short sleeved because they said they know how much I do love to show off my insulin pump. So they made sure the sleeves were short enough so that way I could show it off. We all know Crisis Function Awakening. The storyline is about a type 1 diabetic. So it's refreshing to me to see like the independent world is trying to come around and trying to let it be seen, let it be known. Now it's just mainstream, you know, the big budget films. As I'm trying to build my name and have a stance and a platform, it's hard, you know, getting knocked down because of something I had no control over. Something that I've learned to appreciate and to respect. Something that has taught me so much about my body and so much about who I really am and what I'm really capable of, you know. And it's frustrating that they don't see that yet. They don't understand how just putting it out there, it helps. It helps those of us who have this disease still. It helps the young kids who don't see anyone they can look up to and say, oh my God, they have this disease just like me, and look what they're doing. I can do it too. You know what I mean? It's important. So, like I said, I'm not complaining, but I'm not giving up either. It's just going to take a lot longer than I anticipated. You know, I thought it would be relatively simple, you know, inform people, show a pride and a confidence about it, educate people whenever you can, and you'll start to see things turn and change. Not as simple. But I do want to let you guys know, don't let it stop you. You know what I mean? We were given this disease because we could handle it. It was something we can deal with. It was something that will not cause us to drown, so to speak. This is something that we have control over. Well, not all the time, but sometimes, you know what I mean. But we're also the voice. I mean, if we start saying this is what we want to see, if we start putting the proper information out there, no more misinformation about this disease would be allowed. You know what I mean? If we're demanding this is how we should be treated, this is how it should be seen, we can do anything that anyone else can do. If we make the noise, they're going to listen. So I guess I got to be louder, right? I'm ready. I'm going to continue my fight. I'm going to continue putting my information out there. And I'm going to continue being what I've been called an inspiration. Because, I don't know. I know we can. I know it is possible. I know one day I'll look at a film and I'll see somebody wearing an insulin pump and it won't be a shock. You know, people will be like, oh my God, I know what pump that is. I've seen that one before. I like that one. You know what I mean? Like, I still have hope that that's going to happen one day. It's just going to take a lot of time. We're going to get there. You guys have been inspiring me all this time, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. We're going to change it. We're going to change the game. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you guys later.